There's a gravitational anomaly ahead. It looks like...
A black hole?
This can't be right. At this strength, it's a black hole.
The current situation is everything.
Oh, the one that's around my ship right now.
Allow me, then, to explain the phenomenon of black holes appearing in deep space, along with my own theories about them.
Sorry, Bacchus, but save the lecture for another time. We have to concentrate on getting out of here. Reimi!
Give me 30 seconds. I'm inputting the gravity changes for emergency warp.
Edge, look!
It's really black and smoky.
Is that the black hole?
I've lost control of the Calnus!
Reimi!
Too late! We won't make it!
Raj. This is literally... Hey, yo. Yeah, this is very Area 51. It's like we're in Texas or some shit. Hop on back up here. Yo. Pause. Gotta have one every now and again just to cover the bases. Skill. Oh yeah, this dude's sitting on a lot of skills I haven't given him. Vaguely with him. Symbology. I want sometimes. Sickle. It's a guardian. Guardian. Doodle. Hey, that's the power of progress. Demon, hey, how you doing out there? Good evening. There's no cutscene. Where? Gotcha. Hey, Rennikz, what's going on? It's been a minute since I seen you on Icon. How you been? You going for that 100%? Not this generation. I don't know if I have it in me in order to try and hit up another 100% on a jrpg. Yeah, to platinum this game, that will take some work. I can get 50%. I'm pretty sure I can get 50% again. But getting higher than that, that's gonna take a bit.
It sure is, and has been for some time.
I am gonna go secret boss hunting once I get to the end of this game.
For now, let's split up and see what we can uncover.
I gotta do vigilance with Gabriel Celeste for the new generation and his sister, the Ethereal Queen. I'll show you a pic of her later.
Huh?
Yeah, check the date on that bad boy. That was literally when they found his space travel.
What? This can't be.
I didn't get the word from Omni? Gotcha.
Judging from the color degradation caused by ultraviolet rays, I'd say it's been abandoned for about 3 years. I suppose that's not particularly important, but...
Well, don't jump to conclusions, FaZe. If nothing else, I just figured out when we are. The date on this magazine is too faded to read, but there was an article inside that caught my attention.
Which means the article would have had to have been recent.
2 years after initial experiments, our country has at last perfected the ultimate doomsday weapon.
The hydrogen bomb.
The hydrogen bomb is what it says.
So the country just found out about the hydrogen bomb.
The first practical
That's around
hydrogen
1954.
bomb on Earth was developed in 1954.
Man's been talking about Oppenheimer.
So basically, if you're saying this magazine is 3 years old, that would put us in the year 1957. In other words, we're on the Earth of nearly 150 years ago.
The Earth of 150 years ago? That's not even possible.
I'm not so certain, Mr. FaZe.
What?
Black
Even you,
hole, the
Marcus?
warp premise of
Mr.
warp
Edge,
travel.
A
Could
short
happen.
time ago, I intercepted some radio waves, albeit weak ones.
Rennikz, that's a very
Radio
interesting
waves?
theory you bring up about
Like
the end
old
till the end of
broadcast
time, because that
radio?
was a good game of its
The
time.
transmission
A good
was
relic
as
of
follows.
Square Enix.
Some days ago, the historic honor of launching the first artificial satellite slipped through our fingers, instead going to the Reds. This unfortunate occurrence has prompted the President to announce new plans for manned rocket missions, promising to put men in space before our rivals. Mr. Edge, how would you interpret this information?
Anyone who's ever dreamed of going into outer space knows the story. The first successful launch of a man-made satellite was the middle of the last century, 1957. No wonder we can't reach anyone. In 1957, the USTA wasn't even a twinkle in someone's eye. Honestly, I can't believe it. But with this much evidence piling up, I guess we have no choice but to face reality. The planet we made our emergency landing on may be Earth, but it's an Earth from almost 150 years in the past. Didn't you mention this sort of thing before, FaZe? An error in mid-warp that can cause a ship to end up in another time entirely?
No, this situation is somewhat different. That was brought about by the distortion caused by warping within the space-time continuum. The dangers associated with it are nothing more than arriving earlier or later on the standard temporal axis. If the theory we're positing here is true, it would be time regression. And such a thing is absolutely not possible. Though, with the situation as it is, I hesitate to apply the term absolutely.
If we posit that time regression has indeed occurred, it would mean we're now located in a space topologically distinct from that in which we were previously. In the current situation, I do not yet have enough information to say whether such a thing is even possible. But if the reality is that we now stand upon the past Earth, we have no choice but to accept it as fact.
So, let me get this straight.
We've been transported to the Earth of 150 years in the past. And we currently have no way of getting back, right?
If this truly is the Earth of another time, then yes, I'm afraid there is nothing we can do to return.
The only thing I can say for certain is this. It's pointless to keep standing around here. Let's return to the Calnus and review the situation together. Then we can decide what to do.
Sounds like a game plan
What?
until we hear rovers outside. Hey, yo. They found our spacecraft, oh boy.
The Calnus! Damn it! When did they get here?
They're quite well regulated. I suppose they must be soldiers.
Yeah,
of
the
some
government just
Even
found
so,
you.
they've arrived much too quickly. They must have a base of operations nearby.
sort. It would seem this was more than just a ghost town.
This isn't
Saying it's
Let's
close to
Swap
Area
Theories
51,
time.
that's what I'm saying.
Reimi and Limmel are still inside.
Wait.
The fuck?
All they want is to capture the extraterrestrials inside. If nothing else, I can assure you no one will be harmed. I wouldn't go recklessly provoking them if I were you.
Who are you? You refer to us as extraterrestrials quite casually.
Are you with those soldiers over there? What do you people want from us?
My name is Klaus Bachstein. You have to trust me. I'm your friend.
Mr. Bachstein, I must request an explanation. On what grounds should we consider you to be our friend?
Fair enough.
Oh?
But first we must find a better place to talk. You'll all be found if we stay here. You see the house with the red roof over there? That's my home. Come with me. I'll give you the details there.
Past the gas station, mind you, chat.
Edge, are you really going to trust him?
We must keep in mind that this may be a trap.
Or he might really want to help us. If nothing else, he presented himself to us unarmed. Besides, he has no idea who or what we are, yet he shows his back to us? That's not the kind of man I want to doubt.
Thank you.
That is very like Mr. Edge.
Yes, I am truly no match for him.
Damn, now that was a lot to take in a cutscene. Now, what I was saying earlier was, yeah, for its generation, till the end of time, out of all the Star Oceans I've seen and played thus far, I do hold that at a high regard alongside this game. Number 2 and number 4 are like the best ones in my opinion so far. I will say this though, Rennikz. Have you played the demo for number 6? The Divine Force. The demo is actually really well done on launching the player into a new Star Ocean experience. That it did good on a couple of different facets between good jrpg mechanics, good turn-based mechanics, and simplistic control and cutscenes. And early character development for 2 or 3 characters already at jump. Like, the demo cuts off at a really weird point, but you do get your time's worth out of a lot that they introduce into it. My PS4 is dead. Yeah, I know. His internal engine blew. Yeah, the thing that keeps your system cool. Such a casual house.
Edgy.
Limmel?
What the?
Good grief. Please don't scare us like that. For a moment, I thought it really was a trap.
But still, what are you doing here, Limmel?
Yeah. Weren't you staying in the Calnus?
I'm sorry.
She left the damn Calnus, didn't she?
It's all my fault.
What exactly happened, Limmel?
Klausy.
Allow me to explain.
Yay, story. That we don't get to hear.
I see. So that's what this is all about. Your country's army has troops stationed at a base here, and the ruined town serves to camouflage it.
Interesting. So the men surrounding the Calnus were indeed soldiers after all.
But, Limmel, Reimi was captured trying to protect you. While we're all glad Klaus rescued you, you shouldn't have been so careless as to leave the Calnus.
I'm sorry. I was a bad girl. And now Ray's gone.
Well, I suppose there's little point in scolding you after the fact.
But...
Scold away.
If you're truly sorry about what happened, that's more than enough. Not even Reimi would be angry with you, Limmel.
Edgy.
Besides, I'm partially responsible for this myself. It was a mistake to split us up under conditions like these. I won't make that mistake again. Let's go, people. We're rescuing Reimi.
It's nearly impossible to get into the base from outside. Why don't you leave this part to me?
What do you mean?
We'll pretend that I've apprehended you, and that I'm bringing you in. That should allow us to get inside without causing too much fuss.
How are you gonna pull that
I
off?
see. Yes, that would certainly allow us to avoid unnecessary trouble. But one question remains.
Which is?
What exactly is your motive for assisting us?
It is a good-ass question,
me,
chat.
but you're far too knowledgeable about what's happening here. What if he hands us all over together? Are you that kind of man, Klaus?
You have every right to doubt me. But even so, I want to help you.
All right. In that case, I'll leave our method of entry into the base to you, Klaus.
Edge?
Klaus saved Limmel after all. And Limmel isn't the kind of girl who would get this close to someone who couldn't be trusted. But more than anything else, I trust him. Like I said, he came to us unarmed, and he turned his back on us without hesitation.
It would appear you have lost again, Mr. Faze.
So it would appear indeed.
Hey, it's good to be skeptical.
Thank you. You may have already suspected this, but the truth is, I once worked at the base myself, as a scientist. I was involved with research into a certain field.
Extraterrestrial activity?
My field was extraterrestrials.
Knew it.
And the super technology they brought with them.
Mr. Bakhtin, are you implying that the existence of extraterrestrials is known on this planet?
Well, not by the public, of course. And that's exactly why the researchers must be having trouble controlling their excitement right about now.
Why would that be?
It's not very often they get their hands on an unscathed ship like your Calnus. Not to mention uninjured extraterrestrials. If they can understand your technology and make it their own, these people who once struggled in obscurity can suddenly become heroes. Two birds with one stone. Your super technology, their fame. They'll be able to go public. They do it without even stopping to consider how dangerous such advanced technology might be. What kind of scientist would accept a breakthrough handed to him on a plate? We need to catch up with you on our own, through our own abilities. To be honest, our species just isn't ready for your technology. So once you've rescued your friend, I want you to leave this planet as soon as possible. If I must have a motive, I suppose that would be it.
I see.
You see, Chad, that's a fairly just motive.
There's one other thing I need to ask.
Normal evolution
As
without
it happens,
outside influence.
There's another extraterrestrial besides your friend who's being held captive in the base.
Miracle.
There are extraterrestrials on Earth other than us?
Yes, a young girl named Miracle.
The hell?
She has ears and a tail that look just like that cat's. You'll know her when you see her.
Get out of here, cat.
I beg of you, take Miracle back to her home planet.
Ooh.
You have my word. We'll do our best
No,
to
she's
get her
in the
home.
same dress. That's just her default dress.
Thank you.
Oh, no, you good. Lemmel rejoined the party. Alright. But yeah, I can see why he looked exactly at the cat. So he knew that she could transform all along. I totally didn't look at that detail all these years. That was one of the things that we don't find out about until later on in the game. They actually foreshadowed that right at the beginning here because the doc knew it. Oh, the details. But you gotta love your jrpgs, chat. Better get the cracking. aquaberries. Alright, let's get some of these loot while we're here, because I don't know if we will or will not return, so let's just play devil's advocate on item collecting.